Okay. Yeah. Yes, Ami, go ahead. No, please.
Sure. Yeah. Sorry, I was on mute. Let's take an example of BTM job, which is like having a standard cost for 2 BHKs 20,000. It ranges from 22 to 25,000. Okay. So these are the monthly rent. But what about the most of the people? They will give the houses for lease.
Yeah.
Like they'll take like 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, not 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs lease. So the rent will be not be 20,000. Rent will be like reduced to maybe 3,000 or 4,000 per month, or maybe even less than that. So in this case, lease amount they are not going to show to the government, right? So they are going to show only the rent, right? Actual rent. So the actual rent is automatically less than the fair rent. So automatically the fair rent will be considered here, right? The revised fair rent will be considered in the step 3.
I'm not sure about it, to be honest. I'll have to actually look into this. I'm not sure.
No,
I think sir also discussed this in the class. I remember that he was talking something about the lease case. He was actually discussing in the class about the bulk amount that one landlord receives in case of a lease of a property. What will happen to that bulk amount? So he was not talking about it. But yeah, I'll look into this and I'll tell you what happens in this case. But either way, this will not be there for our exam, so others don't have to worry about it.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And also in parallel to this question, let's take an example of rent rate only. It's not a lease amount, but still, like in Bangalore, most of the owners they'll charge 10 months of advance, right? So let's assume if it is 20,000 rent, means 2 lakh rupees advance you have to do. What about
Security.
this amount? Yeah, security amount.
That Correct. Is not rent. Security is something different. That is not.
So they're gaining some interest, right, with that amount.
That is there, but it won't be charged. That interest will be automatically get hit by in the other source income.
Other sources.
Okay.
Correct.
So that is separate. So, but between landlord and tenant, if some value is given just as security, so that is not a tenant. There is no what do you call it? That is not given on the capacity of rent. So that is purely for security purposes. So that is not going to be included as a actual rent. Yeah, that is pretty much clear. Yeah. Okay, let's quickly look at a question. We have already expended 45 minutes. Okay, so I'll give you some values. Okay, don't read the question. I'm giving you the values. Your municipal value is 2.4 lakhs. Your municipal value is 2.4 lakhs. Actual rent is 30,000 per month. You have to tell me how much is gross annual value. No municipality tax paid. You have to tell me how much is the income from house property.
3,60,000.
That is gross annual value, you said, right?
That's right.
Can you calculate the income from house property, please?
No, because see, 2.4 lakhs is a fair rent.
Yeah.
And then actual rent is 3,60,000.
Yes.
So if the actual rent is more than the fair rent, actual rent becomes the gross annual value.
Absolutely correct. Yes. And after that, what do we do?
Into 0.7.
So this one we subtract the property tax, which is not there, so it is 0, and then we take 30% less.
Yes.
30% of net annual value.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So no information regarding loan, forget about that. So income from house property becomes how much?
2,52,000.
Everybody agrees to this?
Yeah.
No questions, right?
No other charges, right? Like cess or GST, nothing will be there, right? On this.
I'm just telling you to calculate the income from house property. I haven't
House
told you to calculate the tax on income from house property. Is that okay?
Okay.
Please
So
be
also-
mindful about that.
Dheeraj, one more assumption we'll have to write. Do we need to write that since nothing is given, we are considering it as occupied for 12 months?
I was coming there only. Not about that. I was coming about the notes. So to answer your question, I had actually told that it is occupied for 12 months, no vacancy, or I didn't tell. I think. Sorry, my bad. I should have told. It is occupied for 12 months. I was about to tell you. That will be given in the question for sure. Number two is when we are talking about notes, please write down the analysis of GAV, how you are reaching the GAV. You know, how this value or this value, whichever is higher, this value or this value, whichever is lower, then finally fair rent or actual rent, whichever is higher or lower, as the case may be, depending on the circumstance, you do that. You do that calculation in the note. Always do that. You have to have that calculation so that the answer checker knows that you know the concept. And
Dheeraj, one question, not related to the calculation part, but is it worth writing the exam with pencil on the piece of paper, because we do make a lot of
changes.
errors?
I know. No. I normally do in pen only, and if a correction is needed, I do that correction and strike off that value and correct it. Pencil, I'm not sure if we take a picture of it and so upload it, whether it will be visible or not. That is the major problem. But I think HB pencil should be enough. But still, in HB pencil also, I find that problem sometimes. If the pencil, so that nib will be in certain direction, the line will be very thin.
Yeah.
So because of it might not be visible. So that's the challenge. So what to do? Always better to actually double check the calculations. So do you guys do that? I mean, after the calculation, you immediately check whether you have done everything correctly or not.
टाइम ही नहीं रहता तो कहाँ से एक टाइम कैलकुलेट करने टाइम नहीं रहता.
I know, and especially considering this, everything is new for you. I know that, but
Firstly, we are struggling to understand the terms. Then what's the
I
time to
know.
calculate? The double checking is difficult.
Exactly, Vipin.
Yeah, I know very well the challenge. So I'm very familiar with the calculator. Calculator is like, how a gun is to a soldier, a calculator is to an accountant. So there was a time when I was a student, the calculator used to always be there in my bed, and how fast you are determines how much of time you can save in the exam, and how accurate you are will again save time and unnecessary rechecks and corrections. So I would just tell that focus a little bit on your calculations. Don't try to make any mistakes. What can we do? We can't avoid it. So that way, if possible, if you can do the calculations in Excel, that will be again another amazing thing. Excel, you can have the values right in front of you, and you can quickly correct some calculations just by formula and stuff like that. But again, for that you have to be quick with Excel, because if you are not, again that will take time. So no workaround like that. I'm sorry.
Okay, Dheeraj, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now let me change something in this question, please. In this question, I'm changing the fact that the property was. Please.
We are only just calculating the income from house property. That's it, right? For our syllabus.
That's what I have asked. Yes. That's all I have asked. Nothing else other than that. That's all.
There's no tax calculating.
No. If the question asks, you have to calculate. If the question asks, you have to calculate. I haven't told. That's all. Okay. Because I don't want to go to that
calculate tax here, Dheeraj. Yes. They will say that they have no other income, right? If they say there is a house income or salary income, then we have to add it as a income from house property in our overall income, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. But they won't give that. Our questions will not be that complicated. But in case that is there, you have to add everything. So you have to club all the incomes and then calculate the tax. Again, that has specific concepts to it. Not every income will be charged in a particular tax rate. in the slab rate also. There are some specific incomes which are charged some specific flat rate only. So we have to know in order to solve that kind of question. So again, that kind of question will not be there.
Capital
for us.
gains, like
Yeah.
type of capital gains, right?
But
Capital
it's
gains.
not there in our portions, right?
No, it's not there.
Not in this, not in this.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So capital gains, lottery income, you have many other types of income which have specific rates associated with that. So yes.
Only such thing is agricultural income will club up with the other incomes. I mean, our salary, right? That we learned today, right?
That was not necessarily salary income. That was
I mean, that's a kind of income along with that agricultural income. That's the only one which we have in this our semester, right?
Yes, I got that. Something related to clubbing is there. I got
Yeah.
it. I got it.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
you are right. You are right. Yeah. Okay. Now let me change something in this question. The property was vacant for 3 months. I will repeat. The property was vacant for 3 months. Can you please recalculate the income from house property?
2,70,000 is still greater than 2.4.
Okay, then can you calculate the income, please?
Yeah.
$81,000.
Give me 1 second.
1,89,000.
So 1,89,000 is the correct answer. Sami, you calculated the 81,000 as the 30%. That should be deducted.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Please. Yeah. I hope everybody got it. Yes. If you have already got it, I'm changing some values again. Instead of 2.4, I'm making it 4.2. Again, 3 months vacant already.
So now it will be like
It
it
is
will
not
be
due.
1,89,000. 1,89,000.
1,89,000 is, you are correct, the earlier question. Can you please do this also? I'm changing the exact same scenario retains as is. Just the municipal value becomes 4.2 lakhs.
Yes.
2,92,000. Sorry, some go.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done. I was just talking about.
How much you got? Anisa?
Because they are charging,
2,90,000.
I think the gross annual value will be 4,20,000 because
Absolutely.
the rent, even if paid completely, it will not meet the requirement.
Absolutely. So if I repeat the process once more, your steps are municipal value or fair rent, whichever is higher. That fair rent you got from step 1, or standard rent, whichever is lower. Now that fair rent you got from step 2 or actual rent, you are now comparing. If your actual rent is more than your fair rent, then go for actual rent. What is actual rent now? GAV. We are calculating GAV, gross annual value. Gross annual value becomes your fair rent, actual rent. Now, if the actual rent is less than GAV, only due to vacancy, then your GAV is actual rent. If your actual rent is less than fair rent, not entirely due to vacancy, in that case, your gross annual value will be
Right.
fair rent. Absolutely correct. So in this case, last scenario is getting hit, because had the vacancy not been there, how much would have been your actual rent?
It's 3.6, right?
3,60,000. Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Now, still it is less than your fair rent, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then the actual rent being less than the fair rent is not entirely due to vacancy. That's why our gross annual value will be fair rent, that is 4,20,000. Does everybody agree with it? Any questions?
It is due to vacancy only, right?
No. I'll ask you a
months.
question. I'll ask you one question. Had the vacancy not been there, how much would have been the actual rent? You tell me the value.
3,60,000.
3,60,000. How much is the fair rent?
4.2 lakhs.
So 4,20,000. So fair rent is still more than actual rent, isn't it?
Correct.
That means actual rent is less than fair rent, not entirely due to vacancy. Vacancy part is there, but not entirely due to vacancy. Yeah.
Got it.
That's where the situation gets hit. So okay. Now everybody calculate 2,94,000. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Now a simple question like this can be there as a 5 marks question. The whatever we did now, okay, without any complications. Now I don't think today I can cover the interest on capital. We will take it up tomorrow after the classes. In the meantime, let me introduce one more concept here. Suppose you have one property in one place and another property in another place. You are staying in one of those properties, other one you have let out. Okay, you are staying in one property, other one you have let out. Can the income tax department come and say, no, I don't care whether you stay or not, I will charge income tax on both the properties, I will calculate fair rent on both the properties? No. Everybody agrees, right?
Self-occupied is not considered as a rental.
Exactly. That's where I was reaching at. I mean, it should make sense to you that it's absolutely unfair if they start doing that. So what they say is, out of whatever properties you have, one of them will be your self-occupied property. So I'll again repeat, out of whatever number of properties you have, one of them will be your self-occupied property. Suppose you have 5 different properties. In one property you stay, another property your father and mother stay. Okay, still you have to choose one property as self-occupied. Government will not allow more than one. Number one. Now let's talk about one house. Only one property you have. You have a top floor, you have a ground floor. On the top floor, you are residing. On the ground floor, you have let out. Often people do that. You are residing in the top floor, the ground floor you have let out to some person. Now, will the government allow you telling that no, you have only one property, so that whole thing is actually self-occupied, so we are not going to charge any tax on it? What do you think?
No.
That should not happen.
They call it units, right? One building may have 2 units.
Yes, units,
So
floors,
anything.
Yeah.
So
You're right. I got your point. The building can have 2 different units, so each unit will be treated separately. That's what you're trying to say. Got it.
That's it.
Fair enough. That's actually a very nice logic. Yeah. Everybody agrees to the fact that that is not fair, right? If the person is letting out even a portion of the building that is let out, he should be charged tax on it. He should not be given that advantage of just one property, so whole property is self-occupied.
So Dheeraj, one question: if like we keep paying guests, right, within our house, we have a 3-bedroom apartment, and we have kept 2 for ourselves. 1 bedroom we have let out.
Correct.
Even that will become as a this one, right?
Absolutely, it will come. Yeah. So that is what. Any other questions, guys?
No, there is no.
Okay, let's read out this question then. Mr. X owns one residential house in Mumbai. The house is having 2 units. First unit of the house is self-occupied Mr. X, and another one unit is rented for 8,000 per month. Another one unit is rented for 8,000 per month. The rented unit was vacant for 2 months during the year. Again, vacancy is also there. Rented unit was vacant for 2 months during the year. The particulars of the house is given as under. I'll show you just few information and I'll hide out some information. Now, okay. Interest on borrowed capital, you ignore. Okay. This one, you ignore. As of now, you ignore this. Other information given are standard rent is 1,60,000, municipal valuation is 1,90,000, fair rent is 1,85,000. Now let me show you the actual rent which you already have in the question, 8,000 per month. First of all, before going anywhere else, please calculate the GAV and tell me how much it should be. Gross annual value. You have all the information right in the first three items. Standard rent is given, municipal value is given,
Yeah.
fair rent is already given.
So between
It's
municipal
80,000.
Between
mean-
municipal valuation and fair rent, we have to take whichever is higher. So I'll take 1,90,000
Okay.
as my revised fair rent, and then
Yes.
I'll compare 1,90,000 with my standard rent, which is 1,62,000. So whichever
Yes.
is less, I'll take 1,62,000 as my
Yes.
revised fair rent, which will be compared with my actual rent. So my actual rent is 8,000 into 10, 80,000.
Yeah.
So 80,000 is less than 1,60,000. It's due to vacancy. So I'll take 80,000 as my GAV.
Okay. No, that is incorrect.
No, because I think we'll take 1,62,000 as GAV.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the total rent is still less than the fair value without vacancy also.
No, you see, if 80,000, sorry, my rent is 8,000, right? So 8,000 into 12 also, it is not equal. It is still like less than your
96. Yeah. So that's why
less
it
than
is not, it is
1,62,000.
my fault that it is not as much as the standard rent, right?
Correct.
The government
Then-
will still charge me on standard rent only.
Correct. Then Anvesh is right. So 1,62,000 will be GAV, gross.
Does everybody agree to this?
No, 1,85,000 will be the gross AAV. 1,60,000 gets away because between standard and municipal, it is the higher.
No.
Standard was municipal versus fair.
So municipal is the fair rent 185, whichever is lower.
No, whichever is higher.
First
Wait,
one
first
was whichever
step-
is higher.
One second.
That's first is higher, second is lower.
So Sailendra, actually they have tried to confuse you by changing the order of the items. Please be careful about that.
But if you go up, you said that first between municipal and standard rate, whichever is higher, you have to take, right?
No. Look at this. Municipal and
Whichever is higher.
municipal
Fair
and
rent,
fair
fair
rent,
rent.
not standard.
Oh, fair rent. Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
sorry.
They have changed the order. That's why don't get confused. Municipal and
No.
fair rent.
Okay. So can I say one thing, like GAV is 80,000, right? Because here actual rent is less than fair rent. And it's due to vacancy, right? So it should be 80,000.
Can you elaborate that, please, Bipin? Because everybody else said 1,62,000.
What I'm saying is that right now, as Sami said, the municipal value is 1,90,000 and the fair rent is 1,85,000.
Yes.
So we take the higher one. So 1,90,000 come to the
Perfect.
second step. So fair rent and standard rent. In between that, we have standard rent as 1,62,000. Fair
Perfect.
rent has the municipal value. So we
Perfect.
take standard rent because that's the lower one. Then we
Perfect.
come to the third one. The fair rent is coming as 1,62,000,
Yeah.
and the actual rent is 8,000 into 10. That comes 80,000.
Perfect.
So here, actual rent is less than fair rent, and that too because of vacancy. Hence,
Are you
we
sure?
take GAV as, yeah, it's mentioned somewhere like 2 months.
No, are you sure that is entirely due to vacancy?
Okay, I thought somewhere I saw that it's due to vacancy, but it's not there in question now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No.
No,
Bipin,
it's
even I got
written.
the same doubt.
It's written here.
Yeah,
The
it's
rent unit
yeah,
was
yeah,
vacant for 2 months. But tell me,
Vacant for two
if the vacancy would
Okay.
not have been there, how much would have been the rent?
Then it would be 8,000 into 12. That comes to 96,000.
Your fair
Uh,
rent is how much?
Then it's 1,62,000.
Yeah. Everybody agrees to this.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. You guys are missing one very small and very simple point because of which all the calculations is wrong. But I'll tell you what. I appreciate the application of the provision. You are applying it absolutely awesome. Just that one simple point you are missing. You know what? There were 2 units.
Yeah, rendered you. Okay, yeah, got it.
There were 2 units. So all these values, no, standard rent, municipal valuation, fair rent, are
It should
all
be
given
divided
for
by
the
2.
whole building,
Yeah.
right? So what do you have to
So
do?
divided by 2.
Exactly. Please do that
Yeah.
calculation. Now let's revise all the values. Standard rent becomes 81,000. Municipal valuation becomes 85,000. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, not 85,000.
95,000.
95,000. Yeah.
97.
Now your fair rent becomes
92,500.
92,500. Yeah. Now please calculate. Between 95 and 92,500, which one is higher? 95,000.
95,000.
Between 81,000 and 95,000, which one is lower? 81,000. Between 81,000 and 80,000, that is actual rent. Now you tell me, had the vacancy
Actual
not
rent.
been there, now had the vacancy not been there, how much would have been the actual rent?
96.
96. That is higher than the fair rent. That means the actual rent being less is only due to vacancy.
Yeah.
That's why your
So we'll
GAV will be
80,000.
80,000 only.
Mhm.
Did everybody agree to this? Any questions on this, please?
We have to be very cautious here. Dheeraj.
Yes, absolutely.
If
have to be
it is 3
cautious.
units, then you have to divide by 3, right?
If there are 3 units, you have to divide it by 3,
3.
and depending on if you have let out 2 of them, you have to multiply by 2. You have let out 1 of
Oh.
them, then just by 3 it is fine.
Mhm.
Suppose you have occupied 2/3 and 1/3 you have let out, then 1/3 is fine.
Mhm.
You have occupied 1/3 and you have let out 2/3. In that case, you have to divide by 3, multiply by 2. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to be very cautious here.
Actually,
Now-
this was mentioned by sir, right?
Yeah, I know. This exact question was done by sir only
Yeah.
in the class itself. That's okay, guys. It's all right. The moment we are learning so much and in such a short span of time that it is absolutely expected that we might make some here and there mistakes. That's absolutely fine. Please carry on with the calculation even if you are making such mistakes in the exam. There are marks for the provision because you are either way applying the provision correctly, right? So there will be some marks to it, no problem. So whatever you do, you carry on with it. And yeah, now that we have discussed this, let's look at the other values quickly and we'll wind up after solving this. Municipal tax is given as 15% of the municipal valuation. Light and water charges is given. Please ignore the interest and borrowed capital as of now. We'll have a separate discussion on this. Lease money is given. Insurance charges is given. Repairs is given. Compute income from house property. Please compute the income from house property other than interest on borrowed capital.
51,500.
51,500. Let me quickly do. I haven't done it actually.
Dheeraj, do we need to like multiply this 15% with the 50% of for the unit 1, right? Means 81,000. Sorry, not 81,000. 92,000 something, right? 95,000.
Which one you are saying? Municipal
Like we have
valuation?
municipal tax is equal to.
Yes.
50%
That will
of-
also be half of it. Yes. For the property, no?
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Then my answer is wrong.
46,550.
My answer is wrong.
Yes. 46,5 something you said, no? Sorry.
Yeah, I got 46,550. I think I changed the
mistake.
order of the subtraction.
Just check. Yeah, please.
Okay, I have subtracted 15%, but I see that you have done 50%. Okay, that also gets half.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely, it does.
okay.
It is 65,750. That's how it.
After that, you deduct 30%, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, 46,025.
46,025 is the correct answer. Thank you. Yeah.
Even for this repairs, everything has to be like reduced half, right?
Can you please repeat? Sorry.
Okay. Even for this light and water charges, like your lease amount and insurance charge, everything should be divided by 2, right?
That we won't consider.
I was expecting that from somebody. Thank you, Vipin. Can you please tell Sami why that will not be considered? You guys can hear me?
Anyhow, it's
Yeah.
not there in formula. It's not there in formula, but
Ah.
still, if it has been given,
If it's
you said
no,
like
no.
we need to ignore.
Even if it is given, you are ignoring it. Why would you even think about whether it will be half or not? Right?
Correct. Insurance charges. Can't we include this into a house property, or only like municipal tax has to be included into
Only municipal
property
tax,
tax?
nothing else.
Okay.
The formula is very simple. Simply you take gross annual value, you deduct municipal tax, then you find net annual value, deduct 30%, you deduct interest on borrowed capital. That's all. The whole calculation is that much only.
So 15% of 95,000 comes to 14,250. So
Okay.
next thing is like we need to like multiply with 30%. Is that correct?
Did you calculate the NAV, net annual value?
No.
Deduct that value from the gross annual value, and whatever is your balance, that is net annual value. Calculate that. How much did you get?
I think Sami has taken wrong GAV.
Is that so? I can't hear you properly, though, Sami.
Dheeraj, even I'm not
No, it's
getting
80
the exact answer actually.
80,000 minus I got 65,750.
Perfect. Yeah, you are
Yeah,
right. You are
that's
right.
fine. Yeah.
Now, please deduct 30% of NAV.
30%.
Yes. Anvesa, how much net annual value did you get?
I got my
19,750.
mistake after looking
Oh,
at
awesome.
your calculation. I was not calculating 15% of 1,90,000. I was doing it for 80,000 only.
Oh, no, 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 no. It is clearly mentioned in the question. 15% of municipal valuation. So that will be given in the question only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And after NAV, the last whatever we are getting, the amount is income, right?
Yes, yes.
Income
You
from
deducted that
income from
30%.
Yeah, 19,725.
How much of income did you get?
19,725.
No, no, no. Income. After deducting.
Yeah, that is what. Yeah, after deducting like tax is 14,250. So GAV minus.
One second. No, 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 no. Your NAV was 65,750. Yes.
Correct.
30% of
30%
that
of
comes to how much?
19,725.
That is your deduction. Yes.
Again deduction.
That is your 19,000 is your deduction. I'm saying.
Deduction means from what we need to deduct it?
From
65,000.
net annual value. From net annual value.
Oh. So
The final amount becomes your gross income or net income from house property, you can say.
And we are not subtracting interest on borrowed capital.
That we have ignored as of now. I told no,
Okay.
I'll be discussing that
Mhm.
tomorrow. So when we discuss that,
Okay.
we'll take it into consideration. Not a problem. Because that will take some time. I don't want to.
46,025.
46,025 is the correct answer. Yes.
You definitely will miss so many steps.
Not a problem. Can we please quickly repeat the provisions of house property, please? Somebody can repeat the formula.
Formula is like GAV. First, we need to calculate GAV.
How to calculate the
then
GAV?
I'll come there. First, I'm
Okay,
the
okay.
step.
Please.
First, we need to calculate the GAV. First step.
Yeah.
And once GAV is calculated, then we have to deduct the tax, municipality tax, if it is there. Then you will get a net annual value. So once you get net annual value, we have to like deduct like 30% of tax on this net annual value.
Yeah.
So I'll get a tax amount. So then I have to deduct this tax amount with my net annual value, which will give me income from the house property. So to calculate the GAV, we have to follow the 3 steps. The first is like municipal value. So municipal rent will be compared, municipal rate will be compared with the fair rent. So whichever is higher, I'm going to pick that value. And this revised fair value will be like compared with the standard value. Whichever is less, I'm going to pick that as my next revised value, fair value. And then I'll be comparing this second revised fair value with my actual rent. Like whichever is less, I'm going to take that as my fair value equal to GAV. So there is a clause here. If if the actual rent is less than my fair value, revised fair value due to vacancy, then I'll take the actual value. But again, I have to see whether my actual value is higher than my revised fair value. Instead of like what do you say, like if there's no vacancy also.
Yes.
If there's no vacancy, still if I have to calculate, like if my actual cost is like greater than my revised fair value, then I'm going to take the actual value. If it is still less, then I'm going to take the revised fair value as my GAV.
Okay. I know you understood the concept, but verbalizing the concept becomes slightly difficult. I know, but you messed it up sometimes. One thing you missed was number one, municipal tax, whether it is paid or payable.
Paid.
Paid. Interest on borrowed capital you missed.
Paid
Interest
or paid. Oh,
you missed the interest
right?
on borrowed capital. Interest on borrowed capital will be deducted right after the 30%. Yes. Now, interest on borrowed capital is paid or payable?
Both paid or
Both.
payable.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, the last one you messed it up a little bit. Can somebody please repeat the GAV calculation for us?
Okay, we have, I mean, do we need to start from the municipal value or? Okay,
Yeah,
well,
go
I
for
will,
it.
okay, I will say that the municipal value is there, fair rent is there. So we will get the, whichever is higher.
Yeah.
From there, we will get into fair rent and standard rent. So we'll compare and we will go for the least one. And then we get the fair rent and actual rent. So here we have three conditions. If actual rent is greater than fair rent, then we will get gross annual value as actual rent. And if actual rent is less than fair rent, if it is due to vacancy, then we will get gross annual value as actual rent. And if actual rent is less than fair rent due to other factors, then we will get a gross annual value as fair rent.
Perfect. That is complete thing. Absolutely. Thank you. Anybody else who wants to try and revise?
I'll revise because I messed it up.
Okay, please go ahead. We have only 1 minute left.
Yeah, municipal value or fair rent, whichever is higher.
Yeah.
That will become the fair rent.
Yeah.
Then the fair rent and standard rent, whichever is lower, that will become the fair rent.
Yes.
And fair rent and actual rent, whichever is based on those conditions, we will take it up. Whichever is lower will be, whichever is higher will be taken as a GAV. If it is lower, actual rent is lower than the standard rent or the fair rent because of vacancy, the lower value will be taken as actual rent will be taken as GAV.
Yeah.
If it is less because of some other reason, irrespective of vacancy,
yeah,
the fair rent will be taken as a
perfect.
GAV.
Perfect. Yeah, that is absolutely. Yeah.
One more thing we have to consider: if there is a 2 units, make sure it is divided by 2. If
Yes.
it's 3 units, divide by 3. So
Absolutely.
This is very important.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. We have only less than 1 minute. Anytime it will be over. So we'll wind up there. Anybody else who wants to get want to go?